Hi friends. So up to now we have seen how we can create the project using Vue CLI and also in using the Vue UI. But if you see the creation of the project in the Vue through Vue CLI, you'll be able to see that Vue router and everything will be automatically installed in that one. So that looks like somewhat advanced installation and all those things. So it will be useful only for the single page application. But what about the multi-page applications? So multi-page applications means what we can say is server-side rendering. Each page, each request it will be going to the server, and the response will be getting back again to the browser. But what about those type of things? Those type of websites, what we have to do? So for that one also we can we can create the project, so that previously for server side projects and all those things, so each page each request while going to the server and coming back the response, those type of applications when we are developing, we will be using jQuery, Backbone and all those things. Vue also supports those type of applications, also we can develop with Vue, and also single page applications also we can develop with the Vue. So with the Vue CLI, automatically single page application everything will be pre-installed in your project. Now we will see how we can how we can set up the project for server side applications. Okay, for that one what we can do is we can write Vue init. We will be taking webpack-simple. Okay, and the project name, the Vue project, what it will be happen is we are using the building application Webpack. This command, what it will do, it will create automatically the Webpack configuration file, everything on the fly. In the coming videos we will see how we can create our own Webpack file from the scratch. We will see how we can set up the Webpack in order to work with the Vue. We will see in the coming videos. Now for the time being, what we can see is automatically the Webpack file and all the configuration will be created using the Webpack with this command, Webpack simple command. Now we will try to press the enter. If I press the enter, it will take some time to install the template and everything. So it is trying to download the template. It is asking the project name. Yeah, my project name is this one. You can write your project description and the name of the name of the user who is creating that one, and the license. If you want to use the SaaS preprocessor, if you can use, and it has generated the my app. So to get started, what it is saying, you need to go to the project. Okay, and next command, what it is saying is need to install the npm install. Let's type this command. Now what it will do is it will install all the dependencies what are required for this project to run. So it will take some time to install these all the things. Now the project has successfully installed. Now before running this command, let's go and open the project in the Visual Studio Code. We will try to open the code in Visual Studio Code. Now what we will do is we will try to run this command npm run dev. Now when you go to this project structure, this is the project structure what it is having. This is the configuration, Webpack configuration file. Yeah, the server is automatically started. Now if you see localhost 880, the project has been opened. So this is another way without the Vue CLI how we can install the project. Let's go to the structure. Here if you see, here we are having the Webpack config file. In this Webpack config file, what is the this is the configuration of the Webpack. It looks like somewhat very different. No need to worry about this all structure. I will explain you overall briefly. What it is taking is the entry file. The file it is taking is the main.js file. Here you will be having in the source main.js file. It is taking as the input this main.js file, and it is compiling that one main.js file, and it is keeping the file in the dist folder build.js. Now you don't have the dist folder. While developing you will be able to see. Okay, now it is keeping in the build.js file. Now another thing what it is happening is, so before running this before taking this main.js and this output, it is following some rules actually. So these are the rules what we can say. For example, if any CSS file is there on anything, so .css file extension, so it will execute these all the through these loaders, it will execute and it will compile the CSS. In the same scenario, .vue files, the vue files is nothing but what we can say is where the components is created. These are nothing but the vue files. Before taking that one, pasting in the building that one in the build.js, it will all the .vue extension files, it will be compiled through vue loader and it will be converted into the JS files, and also the .js files. So whatever the .js files is there, so it will be compiled with the Babel loader. Why Babel loader means, actually we are writing the code in the ES 2015 syntax. So the browser, some old browsers will not support these type of ES6 notations. Then this Babel loader, what it will do is it will convert it into the ES5 syntax and it will convert it into the JS and it will keep it in the build.js. And another one, these are all the extensions, what are the PNG, JPG extensions, what are there, it will be loaded in the file, it will be loaded with the file loader. These are the actual rules, what are the things it is having. Now these are the things you can leave it, so it depends on the production environment and all those things. So whether to generate the source map or not, whether to uglify the minify the JS or not, these are all the things is going on. But what the thing is, inner concept is this is the webpack thing. Whenever you run the build, it will take the main.js file and it will compile that one and it will keep it in the dist build.js. And this build.js need to be referenced in your multi-page. So here you will be able to see the build.js. This build.js only single file, we can represent it in the anywhere pages, whatever you want. In the server side applications, or what we can say is each request sending to the server, those type of applications, you can keep the script file in the layout file directly so that you can use automatically. Now we will see the main.js file. So same scenario, import view from view and import app from app. So we will create a new view instance and we will create an element for that one, and it will be rendering the tab. If you go to the app.view, you will be having the whatever the image and all those things you are having, you will be having like this. This is the scenario how we can use this what we can say in the multi-page server applications, how we can use the Vue.js. This is the scenario. And if you go into the package.json, you will be able to see the npm run dev and npm run build. If you run this npm run build, automatically all the files will be generated. Nothing but npm run build, what it is doing is innerly it is executing this command only. Okay, what it is doing is, so it is taking the environment, development environment, and it is launching the server, and it is opening the browser automatically. And here also you can say that instead of launching the server, webpack server, it is just taking the webpack and it is compiling everything, and a progress it is taking, and it is hiding the modules, so that all the modules will be hide, only the percentage you will be able to see. They are all the files are committed, are compiled, and build.js is created. Now if you go here and if you will be able to see the dist folder here, and here you are having the build.js. Okay, this is the all the minified file whatever you have did. Okay, in this way we get this build.js file you can automatically use wherever you want in your application. In this way, without CLI, we can create a project using the Vue.js. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.